Greetings, salutations, and well wishes, ghouls and ghoulies. Jekyll here, and I may possibly, and I do mean possibly, have figured this out. So, we're gonna try this again. And if it works, great. If not, well, then I won't be doing gaming content. That's pretty obvious. That's not even up for debate. So, let's go. Actually, wait. Let's just have a refresh. It's been a wee minute, so let's have a little look. So here we have our wonderful starter, Jumanji, the naughty Ivysaur. Oh, very naughty. And yes, it is a level 8 Ivysaur because this is a randomized playthrough for anyone who doesn't know and anyone who couldn't fathom that from seeing the 3 Pokemon I have. Here we have the modest ghastly Cubone, named in, admittedly, potentially poor taste. So, but at least he's still levitating. And then we have Angel, the lonely Milotic, who I couldn't think of a better name for. But it's got Marvel scale, so, we love that for us. And at this point, I am caught in a wee bit of a dilemma. I don't know whether or not to try again in the grass. Because anyone who watched the last episode will know that there is something in the grass that could very well be worth getting. But I don't know if it's going to work. If it shows up, we're going to give it a try. It's Pineco. Okay, I do not care for Pineco and Fortress, so I'm not interested. Let's see if it comes up in this patch. Nope, we have Milotic again, so I think I'm just gonna KO this for the experience. We go and seed it, which sounds dodgy now that I've said it out loud. Oh, well. No, don't squirt on me. Moving on. We're gonna tackle now. And this is gonna take a minute because I don't have a grass type move yet, but we're gonna keep going. I need some experience because at this stage, as this is a randomizer I did not myself build, I have no idea what to expect. Okay. Like, I could go into the first rival fight on the way over to the league, and dude could just have our Lord and Savior Ray Quay and tickle me in all the ways I don't appreciate, which I'm not exactly excited for. So we're gonna work our way up. What I might do is stay now in between these two zones, because I do kind of want to see what's in the forest. I do kind of want to know what the forest has to offer. I'm just gonna run from this fight. I'm not gonna deal with an Ariados. So let's have a wee look. We're gonna quickly pop in, do a little bit of healing, which we all love. Everyone loves Nurse Joy, just taking care of us, treating us the way we all deserve to be treated, with love and care, and a little bit of disrespect. Because who doesn't love being disrespected here and there? As long as you are disrespected consensually, that's the key. Okay, right. Let's see if I can suffer. Ooh. Do I want Charmeleon? I'm gonna catch it, just because Fire Flying is 2 types I don't have. Now, if this at level 4 has a Fire type move, when I don't have Grass... No, okay. If it had one, it definitely would have used it there. Okay, I think at this point, if it's scratching, I am safe for the Ghost type switch. And we're going to try put it to sleep. Really? That's where you use the ember? Hypnosis. Oh, it worked. Dope. Honk shoe, he be snoozing. He just a snoozy little guy. Ooh, in the red. Okie schmoky, right. Let's see if my ball of gas has done the job to help us catch this fiery demon. Absolutely not, sweet Jesus. Oh, and he woke up. Oh, and he's growling. Ah, I'm scared. Oh, I did not mean to click that. Damn it. Okay, right. I whiffed that. That's my bad. That's on me. I absolutely did that. That was 100% me. Although, I do want to try running Cubone in front. Get some XP, try and get it grinded up. That's a Pineco. I'm not wasting time on you. I am not licking you to death. And if you can hear me sniffling, I do apologise. Unfortunately, I am allergic to air. And by that, I mean I have hay fever. Pollen can just honestly leave. I understand it's essential, but I am sick to death of being sneezy, sniffly, snotty. And it just messes with all of your sinuses. It's never a fun time, Chief. Okay. Now, I don't appear to be encountering what we had last time. However, Mamswine is one of my favourite Pokemon. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to evolve it, because I do not know what they've done with certain Evo types. But, you know what? I want Manny. Yes, it is not... it's not original, and it is 100% the name that so many people use, but it's a giant mammoth. It knows Odor Sleuth? Damn it, get on my team. Normally I rely on, like, my Growlithe and Arcanine buddies for that, but my guy Nubbins, I have no idea if I'm going to be able to evolve this, and I've got no way of checking, because this is just a complete, like, this is not one that, this is not a randomizer that I was like, oh, I can look it up and see what all the rules... No, there was no indication as to what any of the rules were. I'm going to assume, as is the case 9 times out of 10, that Impossible Evos have been changed so that I can evolve it without needing Ancient Power. So, let's see how much I do with a lick here on a level 2. Oh, okay, you know what? I will do this. I wasn't doing it with Pineco because I can't be asked, and I wasn't doing it with Milotic because fully evolved, so even at a lower level, it's still going to take some time, but fully evolved Ariados, one more lick may well do the job. Ah, I'm screwed. He given me Scurfus. Licky licky. Oh, there we go, look at that. 38! Ow! Bad. There, okay, right. Okay. This is it. This is my moment. Now, I may very well just sit here until I run out of Pokeballs. Right, I have put it to sleep. Now, Lick is going to be super effective. So let's see where that puts you. Ooh, Jesus Christ. And you woke up immediately. Tried to wrap me, failed. Ha ha ha. Go back to sleep. Okay, right. Now, I am aware that grinding this thing up is going to be disgusting. But I don't care. I have 14 Pokeballs. I want to use this. I want it. Okay, it doesn't want me. That's fine. Love me back. Now, I don't... Is this... See, someone will have to tell me. I do not know the Deoxys forms, because as much as Gen 3 was my generation growing up, I was not what you would say talented, and nor was I informed or correctly inquisitive. I was inquisitive on so many things. I couldn't just focus my inquisitive nature into Pokemon. And upon beating a league, that was it. I was done. I did not do post game because I was not aware there was a post game, because I had no way of knowing. So I do not know much about the Deoxys forms. If anything, I know there's Deoxys speed, there's attack, there's defense. In fact, no, this isn't speed. Speed looks like the one from Ben 10. That I remember from other YouTubers talking about it. If you know who that was, or can insinuate, well done. We had good taste in phenomenal PokeTubers. But, so is this just base form Deoxys? I don't know. Damn it, I thought I had it. I thought Deoxys was going to be my friend there. I got kind of excited. That would have been hype. I would not have popped off, but I would have been very pleased. You're going to break out now, aren't you? Yep, there it is. Cool. Okay, I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to keep hucking Pokeballs at this thing. I've got 8 left. If I can get it, then brill. It's not looking like I'm gonna. But I could give this a few attempts here and there. Like, I could, maybe revisit it once I've got Great Balls or something, but that's not going to be until I can get back around here, and I'm going to have to work my way all the way around to get here. So I'm not sure that's going to be the most viable option to come back, because that would put this on the back burner, and, I could just sneaky get it up without too much grinding, and then just grind it with the rest of the team. But, that's so much further down the line. I really don't need to be concerning myself with that right now. So I'm just going to keep trying. This is not going to work. But on the flip side, it's going to be legendary experience. It's level 3, which is one of the higher ones we've faced in the grass, although there have been 4s and I think a 5. I don't quite rightly remember, but that is a-okay. But I'm just going to sink my last 4 Pokeballs into Deoxys. I want Deoxys. This is not the most entertaining content. However, nothing about my channel is entertaining. Nothing about what I do is professional. This is just... I am a bog-standard everyday madman, just wasting my time trying to just do something, because I'm going to be doing this anyway. That's the reality of the situation. It's not that I'm doing things I wouldn't be doing. I am just doing what I would be doing. The only difference is I'm uploading it to YouTube, and that is it. I am in no way, shape, or form trying to create a persona or make something different. I am just doing what I would normally do. Jesus Christ, you woke up quick. Okay. We are going to do hypnosis until it falls asleep. Now we start missing. Cool. And then huck our last Pokeball. And when it inevitably fails, we're going to lick this thing to death. Why are you now missing? I get it. Deoxys is intimidating, but just... I'm not even licking it. I'm staring it to sleep. It's fine. Sometimes I misspeak. My brain run too quickly. Mouth no worky. Last Pokeball. Holding B. No, it didn't work. Okay, cool. That is a-okay. It is fast asleep. We're gonna KO this thing. I've got no more Pokeballs. I'm not gonna run and waste the experience. I'm gonna take the spurts. Boom, level up. Level 9. Okie dokie, right. Here's the other problem I have sometimes, as you may notice when I walk into walls, is because of how I am playing this, it's not always the easiest to make sure I'm actually pressing the right directional button. because I could do it in a way that would be better. However, there is the slight issue of the fact that I don't have any silent press controllers or anything like that. I've got nothing that can be, I've got nothing that you can use to kind of bring everything down and stop it from being stupidly, obnoxiously loud. Okay, right. I can't remember, and I'm not going to ask. So I'm just going to buy 10 of these, see if I get a Premier Ball. No, okay, that's not in this game. So I'm just going to go... We're just going to go back. We're just going to keep it at 30. I've got lots and lots of money, but like I said in the last video, I don't want to be just walking around with infinite Pokeballs and being like, cool, I can just sit here until I catch something. I want to be under a constraint of, okay, I've got this many, then I have to go and get more. So, like, do I want to use X amount against XYZ? Now, if I go this way, yeah, you're going to talk to me, right? This is going to be obnoxious. However, I'm going to put on the stupidly fast speed up and skip through this. So if you can hear the god-awful sounds, I do apologise, but I do not want to sit through that. There we go. Right. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little cut, do a little bit of getting the new team members from the end of last episode and Manny for this one, and get them caught up with the team, because it's bad enough watching me try to catch legendaries. I'm not going to sit through loads of grinding. And then I'm going to go and look this way and this way, see what else we've got on the new routes, and then see if there's any new team members to consider. I may also go back for Charmeleon, but he did not show up very often, so we'll see what happens. But I will be back in no time for you guys, and however long it takes for me. And we're back. I've just finished healing up from my training. So let's have a quick look. Here we go. Got them up to 8. And I also realised, which I should have checked, it's an impish nature, which, not ideal, but, it's not as bad as having Lonely on the Milotic. So, but also, Manny was holding a berry. So now I have a berry pouch, and he was holding a spear berry. So I don't know if that's going to come in handy at some point, but we will find out. So, what I'm going to do, as I did the grinding down where we've been, is we're going to have a little look at what's available. So first things first, I'm going to go up here and take this item, because I cannot for the life of me understand whether or not... Okay, so we've got Hyper Potion. So items have been randomized to a degree. I do not know to what degree, but I know they have been randomized to a degree. So, we're going to go on to Route 22. And we're going to have a look at what's available here. Hello! Right, okay, right, okay. This would be sick. Now, this is sick for a number of reasons. One, I'm really hoping that it's no guard Machamp. That would be incredible. And two, I do not really ever get to use Machamp on playthrough teams. I am not someone who has the ability to be trading all the time and, switching things around and having someone there to trade Pokemon with. So I quite often have to just go with Pokemon I can feasibly use. Like, I also have never been one big on the breeding side of things. So, like, Mamoswine I've only really properly gotten to use in games where you can just go willy-nilly changing Pokemon movesets. So, if we can get this is one of the things I personally really enjoy about randomized playthroughs, is it really does give you a chance to use Pokemon that you sometimes maybe wouldn't, that, sometimes can be a little bit harder to get. And boom! Machamp done. Now, what do I name this? It's going to be after... You know what? I think Grey kind of superhero looking, but I also want to go, a lot of people go with fighting types. Oh, Bruce Lee. Well, here's a way to blend those two worlds together. He's grey and kind of looks like a superhero, and is big, muscly. But I also want to name him after a wrestler. So, if we just go Batista, which I'm probably spelling wrong. Batista. Boom. We're not going to move until I've checked Batista out. I'm really hoping for it. I may, if this is a bad nature, I may spend some time looking for a good nature. I'm also kind of hoping for no guard. It's rash. I do not remember what that does. It's guts, which... Okay. Now, rash, I believe, is defense down. However, I do, because I was doing this, I have my handy-dandy thing here. Special attack. Damn. No. We will be getting a different one. Okay, that's fine. That's a whiff. That's fine. Let's see what else we've got. I don't want you. No, I'm not even gonna. Okay, so Pineco and Fortress, one route after the other. That's okay. Meditite. I'm not going to be catching this. I don't particularly care for Meditite or Medicham, to be completely honest. This might take a minute. Manny, unfortunately, it's okay. We die, please die. Okay, still strong energy. Cool. You die, but it doesn't hit us. That's fine. Yeah, Manny is waiting for his new move, and we'll say nothing else on the matter. Actually, whilst I'm doing this, we're gonna switch up because I'm cautiously aware that the time is coming to, like, I want to try and keep these at around 25 minutes apart, which I didn't do last time. Okay, Skip Bloom, I am not interested in you, so I'm not even going to entertain this. I would love a Machamp to pop up. There we go. Right. Batista number 2. Let's give this a go. I'm just going to lick. If it doesn't get paralyzed, I'll put it to sleep. That was a crit. That's fine. Low kick. Doesn't matter. One more, you should live. And you got paralyzed. You're not in red, which is the only annoying thing about that crit, is it's moved the percentages slightly. But that's fine. This should still work. We're going to give it a go. We're going to put Machamp in a Pokeball. We're going to get a new Batista on the team. And we're going to hope that this one is... I don't know. You know what? I'll even take neutral nature if it's no guard. If we get no guard Machamp, I do not really care what the nature is. Like, I don't know if there's going to be any nature-changing items in this randomizer. I don't think the Gen 3 ones get that. So, it will be a case of, if I get no guard and I decide that I want to take that over anything else, Gentle is not ideal, and it's still Guts. Okay, so we're not quite there yet. We're still going to be looking for some time. Let's do one more encounter, see if it's a Machamp. It's not. It's Clefairy, which I do not care for. I'm pretty sure this is still Gen 3 type rules, so that's still just a normal type. Do believe that there's no fairy types in this randomizer. If I'm wrong, and I somehow end up with a fairy type, I am not going to complain. So, I'm going to heal up. I will probably, in between this episode and the next one, I will probably release those two Batistas, because if I'm going to settle for Guts, I want the nature to be better. And that's that. But that will be all for now. So, I am going to leave it here. I'm going to drop a save, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.